Hello, this is CPW. Today I'll be demonstrating how to set up a Forge modding development environment in IntelliJ. This demonstration will be using IntelliJ 2017 Early Access, but will work fine with 2016 3.4 current release as well. First, we're going to go to Files, minecraftforge.net and download the MDK for the current stable version, which is 2.2.2.8. An ad might show up here. We're just going to wait for the 6-second countdown and then we can click the skip button to download our MDK. Opening up this downloaded MDK, and we can see the files necessary to create a Forge mod. So we're going to extract this to a new directory, which is going to be projects my new demo mod. Okay, that's a new folder. We're going to create it and then we're going to show the files. So here are the files again, extracted from the zip file we just downloaded. Let's get rid of these and we're going to go back to IntelliJ. We're going to open up the project that we have just downloaded. We're going to do that by going over here. We're just going to drag the build Gradle over into this window here, which populates the path, and we click OK. We want to open this as a project, and we're going to configure it now. We want to create directories for empty content routes automatically. We want to use the default Gradle wrapper. We want to specify the Gradle JVM as 1.8. Project format is .idea, of course, that is the default. We need to make sure, and this is Pahimar's incredible secret, we're going to make sure that create separate module per source set is deselected. Okay, it defaults to being selected, but we're going to deselect it, so it is now unselected. Then we click OK. And IntelliJ has loaded a new project, and here it is. And we now need to edit a few things. So we're going to click on the Gradle, open the Gradle config by right-clicking and selecting. Okay, let's make that big. And here we can see the Gradle build configuration. We need to tweak a few things. Let's give our mod a new group. This is normally going to be related to the package that you put your Gradle into. CPW mods my new demo mod, and the base name is going to be my new demo mod. We want to be compatible with Java 1.8 or Java 8, so we change these to Java 8. The rest of these configuration elements we will review a little bit later on, or some of them anyway. There are many things we can do in here. I suggest that you consult an online reference for more complex Gradle configurations. We're going to ignore this line up here for a moment because we don't need to do that yet. We've got to do a couple more things before we want to do that. We're not going to import these changes yet. We will be first going over here, clicking on the terminal, and we are going to be upgrading Gradle, the wrapper, from 2.9, I believe this is in here. We're going to be upgrading the wrapper to version 3.4, which is the current version of Gradle at the time of this recording. So here we go. It is now forking. Oh, it's 2.14 in fact. And there we go. We are now configured for Gradle version 3.4. Now we want to import these changes, which is going to trigger a Gradle initialization again. It's going to be downloading a couple of resources from Gradle, and then we have refreshed. So now we should have a Gradle 3.4. Let's close the terminal, and now next up we need to create the setup decomp workspace task. This is something that you may occasionally want to run. Really? I'm running the early access build, and I think there's a problem with Darkular at the present time. Sometimes it doesn't load the screen properly. Anyway, so we're going to run a task. We're going to be creating a configuration because we want to be able to run this on occasion, not every time we do anything with our mod, but for example, when we want to update Forge, we will need to rerun this task. Or if you want to update certain properties of your build Gradle, you will want to run this task. Now, it's important that you specify this setting here. In the VM options, we need to specify an increased memory size, because the default memory footprint for Gradle is too small to run a decompilation successfully. Finally, we need to select single instance only, and then we hit OK. And we have now created a setup decomp workspace task. Let's run this setup decomp workspace task by clicking the play button, and if we go over here we can see that it's running, and we are running 3.4 because we're getting these little subtasks in here. So we're going to be decompiling Minecraft, and because I've run this before, the decompilation has been remembered. This might take significantly longer for you on first run. This step here might take upwards of a minute to run, but because I've run this before, the Gradle's environment has remembered the last decompilation that I'd done for this particular version, and so it didn't need to do it again, which is nice. At this point, we can now refresh our Gradle project by clicking the refresh button up here, and that's going to fill in the rest of the blanks that we need to allow us to run Minecraft. So we can see that we've got a lot of dependencies that have been populated in here, and finally this is a one-time task. You don't need to run this every time. We only need to run this one time, and that is to populate this list here with running Minecraft client and server. It'll only take a second, and there it is there. See, we now have Minecraft client as a run task. So let's run Minecraft. The program is compiling. We are launching Minecraft. And where did it go? There it is. So Minecraft is launching. And Minecraft is launched. So if we go and click on mods, we should now be able to see our example mod. Yay! Here it is. And the dulcet tones of the music. If we go and have a quick look in the log file back here, we can scroll up a little bit, scroll up a little bit more, scroll up a little bit more. Where is it? It is in here somewhere. There it is here. Stood out dirt block tile.dirt. That is a mod, our mod running. So we need to go over here and we can see the source code. Main Java example mod. There it is. This modding environment is now ready to run. You can run, edit, delete this code, create your own code, do what you need to do. This environment is ready to work. Let's go and close Minecraft, shall we? We'll just stop it up here. And there we go. Minecraft is now closed. A question that often occurs, and so I'm going to address it right here, is how do you update Minecraft? Especially Forge. Forge changes fairly regularly. So let's do that, shall we? 2252 is the contemporary version of Forge. So we just change the version string here to the correct version string for the version of Forge that we want to update to. It's not always this simple. In certain circumstances, when you're updating across Minecraft versions, there may be some significant additional work to do, but when you're on the same version in general, this is all you need to do. You just change this version number. Optionally, we can change our mappings. If you do change your mappings, this won't touch your code. Okay, your code will not change. So if you change your mappings and one of the methods from MCP you reference has now changed, you will need to go in and edit your code to update it to the new mappings. So it's up to you if you wish to do that. It's a good idea to keep reasonably on top of the mappings. Currently there's not a stable mapping for 1.11.2, so I cannot recommend a stable mapping, but normally I would suggest using a stable mapping. Anyhow, 2252, let's refresh our project. And you know what, I'm going to say, you see this message up here, you can configure Gradle wrapper to use distribution with sources. What this is actually going to do is this is actually going to minorly change how the Gradle code that is generated looks. It's going to edit this. So currently you see we're getting 3.4 bin in this Gradle wrapper properties. But if we apply this suggestion, apply this suggestion, it's now getting Gradle 3.4 all. Okay, that's all that does. And that means that it can understand some elements of the Gradle build file for command completion, which can be quite handy if you're going to be doing a more complex build task. At the present time, after that refresh, because 2252 is not the same as what we were running before, you can see that currently we've got these two X'd out. So we need to go back to my new demo mod, and we need to rerun setup decomp workspace. So let's let that run. This may take a little bit longer. Yes, it's going to take a little bit longer because the last version I ran was not this version. It was 2228. So I'm going to insert a small cut here while it decompiles Minecraft. Or maybe I'm just going to hum at you, because why not? Doobie-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. Doobie-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo, doo-be-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. Doo-be-doo, doo-be-doo, doo-be-doo-doo. Doo-be-doo, doo-be-doo, doo-be-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo, doo-be-doo, doo-doo-doo, and I think we're nearly there now. 1 minute 5. I think it'll finish at about 1 minute 8 seconds. No, 9, 10. Ooh, running slowly today. Anyway, the decompile will finish momentarily. In fact, it should have finished by now. There it went. And then we do a couple more small tasks, fix MC sources, then we're going to recompile Minecraft, and finally we are ready to rerun. So let it remap Minecraft sources, recompile. Now, after we've finished running setup decomp workspace, we do want to refresh the Gradle project. That'll make sure it's picked up all of the proxy jars that we've injected into the workspace. And we are finished. So let's just hit that refresh button. Are we there? We are there. Let's run. Here's Minecraft. And we should be able to see momentarily that we are now running on 1.11.2252. Thanks for watching.